A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and here we are with part 6 of 6. The 6-part episode that I got here for today is pretty much just going to help me at least catch up with all of the missing stuff that I have been missing out on for Nerf-Secretive Reveal, because now I'm only just less than 2 weeks away from my first expected due date for this season of Nerf-Secretive Reveal, because after all, I do try to keep up with my commitments to the best of my ability. And if I don't do well with my own commitments, then I wouldn't really know how to live with myself. But now, this is part 6 of 6, and this is a subject that I'm pretty much just going to be bringing back every once in a while, but this is only to cover about certain basic pieces of which that I might have left out. But the subject I'm going to bring up here for today in this part 6 of 6, is going to be the Nerf N-Strike Elite Top Secret Blaster lineup that was found exclusively on the Nerf Nintendo Wii game, released in 2008, and then eventually with another Nintendo Wii game, released in 2010. Now, I have already covered the Nerf N-Strike Elite Top Secret Blaster lineup. I made a whole episode about it. In fact, this is episode 1 of my current entire series of Nerf-Secretive Reveal that is on YouTube currently can't be found. Episode 1 just talks mainly about the Nerf-Secrets Reveal episode with top secret blasters in general. It talks about that lineup in general, based on functions, style, along with the types of darts or other projectiles that these blasters would use in the game or otherwise. But of course, this is actually going to talk about mainly if such a concept, like any of these blasters around, will actually go through production. But can't always expect things to just go into production, because we have had a lot of concept designs for certain blasters out there that have failed to get into production. Remember the Stampede's 50 dart drum? That ended up becoming scrapped in favor of putting 3 18 dart magazines in every Stampede box before it would be shipped to stores. And we also cannot forget to mention how, well, certain other accessories would have also gone into play. The Rampage would have had a shield, but the shield unfortunately was scrapped, so this way the Rampage would only come with 25 dart drum and the blaster itself, without the shield or anything else like that. So, just going forward from today, would there be a such thing as the Top Secret Elite Blaster lineup? Anybody could tell. It's a sort of debatable topic out there for anybody to talk about, but I guess by today's standards, it's just a matter of time, really, for anything else would start to fall in place. Now, when I'm talking about stuff that would fall in place, I'm certainly talking about stuff that would end up one day becoming a full-on reality, but because the Top Secret Elite Blaster lineup was found exclusively within those 2 Nintendo Wii games, I almost feel like that it shouldn't become a reality, simply because they've already gotten themselves a fair share of popularity just by being on the games themselves. And so, anybody could tell what there could be in favor of honoring the Top Secret Blaster lineup. There could be blasters that would be similar in design, there could be blasters out there that would bear similar cues, of which that it would involve function, or the type of darts or projectiles that it would launch, or the type of distance that each of these projectiles could launch up to. If the blaster could fire a certain projectile up to at least 100 feet, then it could be anybody's guess what Nerf's future could hold. In the future, Nerf could have anything go on, because right now Nerf is in fact releasing a lot of unbelievable blasters that we thought we'd never see. Nerf has in fact made the Semperfire a reality. The Semperfire was a minigun style blaster that was found exclusively in the game, but if you look over here, it does appear that Nerf is starting to take design cues from these top secret elite blasters from the games and turning them into reality. Because, of course, Nerf does get at that sometimes when it comes to, especially when it comes to bringing certain weapons from films and franchises to life. I actually made a whole episode about Nerf and why crossovers seem to matter much based on popularizing the brand itself. If you want to go ahead and check that out. It's actually going to be part 1 of the 6-part episode if you want to go right ahead and check it out. But going back to top secret blasters and how Nerf is starting to make them a reality, the Semperfire is essentially becoming a part of this year's Nerf lineup, this year in production. So I feel like it's a good start from there, but the only few catches we have here is, well, how would any of the other blasters from the top secret lineup be able to make it into some of today's marketplaces? Well, Nerf could in fact take similar design cues from those blasters, just like with what Nerf has taken from the Semperfire and put it into an Elite XD blaster that they will have released by the end of 2019. So, it's just anybody's guess really what could happen. I know I wouldn't really take a guess at anything like this, but from here on out, anybody around here could debate to others as to what kind of products Nerf would end up releasing within the next 15 years or so. But I feel like there's only one way to find out, and that would of course be to just flow with the natural course of time itself. Yeah, it's just that easy. Even though it will take a while for us to figure out exactly what Nerf is going to put themselves through just to try to make the marketplace a better place to visit, to be exact, anybody really could figure out exactly what's going to happen from here on out, based on what kinds of products Nerf will release and what will Nerf have within 15 years or so. But I guess it all goes for where it's going to go. Whatever goes, goes. So, I feel like all that being said, I actually feel like I can do really good here in this series and myself. I've covered the top secret Elite Blaster lineup a few times, and this was my last time, hopefully. I probably would not want to continue talking about this particular topic again, but in fact, if I do, I probably will have to find something else to talk about besides everything else that I've already covered for the top secret Elite Blaster lineup that can be found exclusively in the Wii games, released in 2008 and 2010. But here in 2019, anything goes, based on my series, based on my work, based on my future in general. So, I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I hope that you enjoyed this 6-part episode to Nerf Secrets Revealed, because I will in fact probably go ahead and do another multi-part series similar to this, but it will happen later on, hopefully. And if you want to see more, go down to my channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.